What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another match analysis of the Manchester City versus Liverpool game at the Etihad Stadium in that Goliath game. So we're going to analyse everything there is to talk about and draw up some conclusions from the game. Wow, it's only taken me, what, more than 12 hours to get over this result. But we're going to start off by talking on the lineups, and Kevin De Bruyne and Kyle Walker ended up going on the bench as Laporte ended up going into a left-back position and going up against Mo Salah, which could turn into a 3 at the back, which is what I was expecting Manchester City to do, but they didn't really do that. Laporte remained predominantly as a left-back in the game, which is surprising. No Shaqiri in this game for Liverpool, ended up going onto the bench. Robertson's wife or girlfriend was giving birth, but instead he chose to come to this game, so he ended up playing after it was thought that he probably wouldn't be playing. But for Liverpool, it looked like they were setting up quite defensively for this game, and it looked like they were going to try and hit Manchester City on the counter-attack and try and capitalise or try and force some mistakes from City's back line, which every now and then they did. Now, start off, first off, pretty scrappy game in my opinion. Some rash challenges were going round. Vincent Kompany being the first talking point. He was booked for a challenge on Mo Salah after he'd lunged and got into a scissoring motion with studs ish up. The referee gave a yellow card. Now, I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans moaning about this, feeling like it should be a red card, and I think it's one of those that if it was against Manchester City, I'd probably want a red card for it too. It was a rash challenge, it was an out-of-control challenge, it was a naughty challenge from Vincent Kompany. However, Vincent Kompany, in my opinion, his studs weren't completely raised, if you know what I mean. They weren't completely up and endangering the opponent. They were more flat, tracing down, facing down, and then ended up hitting Mo Salah, and Mo Salah ended up going down and yellow card were given. I'm not too sure if that was the right decision. I feel like we might have got away with one, but before we start talking about getting away with one, there was another rash challenge came in from Lovren. This time it was on Sergio Aguero when he was breaking forward to try and stop the counter-attack. It was late, it was uncalled for. It was a legitimate challenge for the ball. It was just incredibly slow from Lovren, and he was booked. Right decision in my opinion. Laporte was booked also, and Wijnaldum was also booked in the first half, as quite a few players, particularly in the defensive roles, ended up going into the book. Now, City were playing some very nice football, passing it around well. However, it was very reserved from Manchester City, and so therefore it made Liverpool look very comfortable in large majority of the first half. And it looked like Liverpool were kind of playing for the 0-0 and just hoping for the mistakes. And if the mistakes don't come, they'll take the 0-0. That's what it felt like from this game. And in the end, it ended up well, paying dividends for Manchester City. But before that, next talking point came. Mistake came from Manchester City high up the field. Mo Salah dances round, runs through the centre, ends up playing a nice ball through to Mane. Mane ends up slotting it under Ederson. He's unlucky, it hits the inside of the post and bounces back out. For some reason, I think Stones tries and takes a touch. Ederson comes scrambling back. Stones decides to clear it. It hits Ederson's hand. It ends up spinning and rolling, and John Stones does so well to be able to scramble back and 11 millimetres just on the line, not over the line. It's cleared because of goal line technology clearing that up, so we ended up getting the correct decision. Again, I've seen Liverpool fans moaning about goal line technology being inaccurate because of shadows and things like that. It's just ludicrous. Let's face it, if it was the other way around, Liverpool would be saying that it wasn't a goal. So there we go. 40 minutes in though, and Manchester City finally made something happen. Sergio Aguero ends up going down from a light Virgil van Dijk touch. No penalty was given. Correct decision again. Bernardo Silva keeps the ball alive, puts a ball in, it's low, it finds Aguero, he takes a touch, beautiful touch it was too, into his control, ends up taking a first time half volley shot right into the top corner at the near post past Allison. Absolutely brilliant finish and a perfect way to greet in at half time, going 1-0 up, absolutely superb. So at half time, intensity I was expecting wouldn't be so high in the first half, as it was just so huff and puff in that first half. There was so much running, it was unreal. I felt like we needed that killer second goal just to kill this game off, but for Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk was excellent, and for City, Laporte doing so well at left back, Danilo doing well at right back, Fernandinho was having a great game, Bernardo Silva was having a great game, and Sergio Aguero just looked like a man on a mission. It was absolutely brilliant. But I was expecting Liverpool to come back with a response in the second half. I was expecting to make changes earlier than they did. I was expecting to see Shaqiri earlier than what we did. 64 minutes in, after Liverpool starting to get on top for a couple of minutes into the second half, their pressure paid off. Trent Alexander-Arnold ends up cutting in. I think it was dummy and Sane, goes onto his weaker left foot, puts a ball in. Absolutely brilliant ball. Robertson's found a load of space, bombing in on the left into the penalty area, manages to just beat Fernandinho. The ball did over his head, and it allowed Robertson to be able to do a beautiful square right across to Firmino, who let's face it, not heard anything of all game. He's not done anything, and Firmino's there, right place at the right time, like a striker. Even though he's playing as a number 9 role, he's there, diving header, tapping, a good goal from Liverpool, 1-1, and so frustrating. Like I said, I just wanted us to go for it in the second half. First 10-15 minutes, we didn't do it to try and get that killer second, and we needed to make it count. However, twists and turns of football, 72 minutes. Sane fancied a run along with Aguero and Sterling. Sterling on the counter-attack, squares it. Aguero sells the dummy for the defender. It allows space for Sane to run into, gives him enough time to be able to take a touch, run onto it and drill it low under the defender, under Allison's left hand, and hits the inside of the post. Then, unlike Mane's unlucky effort in the first half, we got lucky in the second half. It hits the post and goes into the back of the net. Oh, what a response. What a game. Absolutely brilliant. Next in, City had more chances. Aguero, he tried to round Allison. Allison did well to stay with him, managed to make the save. And Raheem Sterling after a beautiful ball in, and then Raheem Sterling had his own chance. It went just wide before Bernardo Silva just before that ended up having a shot straight at Allison, who was making things happen, was looking for that killer third goal, that killer 2-goal cushion. We just couldn't make it happen. And then Liverpool, as the game went on, last 10 minutes, started to pile the pressure on. There was lots of balls in, there was lots of crosses. Fernandinho, Otamendi came on, Vincent Kompany before he went off, Walker came on, Danilo, Stones. They were dealing with absolutely everything, and Gundogan came on, doing so much running alongside Bernardo Silva. It was absolutely brilliant. That was the defence, and I felt like that was what made the difference in this game. Manchester City just seemed like, in the end, they wanted it more. Full-time whistle goes, 2-1. Manchester City win this action-packed game. 4 points behind now, Liverpool. We've got the same goal difference. We're back in it. It's not 10 points now. We're back into second. Liverpool's unbeaten run's ended. Manchester City is starting to gain some momentum. These losses against Crystal Palace and Leicester, distant memory now. We look a different side. We wanted that today. Unlike them games where I felt like maybe they didn't want it. They wanted this. They wanted Southampton, and we made it happen. But I'm happy we've got the cup games coming up for a distraction. The FA Cup and League Cup to allow the players to get over the emotional factor of this game and the physical factor too. So we're going to check some stats now and see how they compare. I imagine should be quite close in the game, considering how close the game was. Fair credit to Liverpool though, it's absolutely brilliant in this game, so it'll be interesting to see the match stats. So in terms of possession, wow. Manchester City 49.5% possession to Liverpool's 50.5% possession. That is incredibly close, but a team's actually come to the Etihad and had more possession than us now. I know for a fact City were dominating possession until them last 10 minutes. Liverpool were dominating so much trying to force that equaliser that they ended up having more possession than us. They can have that stat because I'll take the 2-1 win. Then last 10 minutes that we fended off Liverpool could be crucial come the end of the season and not conceding. In terms of shots, 9 shots for City, 7 for Liverpool. 5 on target for Liverpool, just 4 on target for City, but 2 of them goals have gone in. That's what we're looking for, the clinicalness. In terms of blocks, City only made 1 block. In terms of passes, 577 and 81% pass completion rate. Liverpool, 584. They've had 7 more passes than us. The team's outpassed us. Pass completion rate for them 79%, so marginally better for City in pass completions, but the teams have more possession and passes. That's incredible. In attacking third, City's had just more touches, 124 to Liverpool's 119. Key passes, 6 for City, 4 for Liverpool. Clear-cut chances, 2 created for Liverpool, just 1 for City. Liverpool's ended up putting more crosses in. City's had more dribbles. We've had more corners. We made more recoveries in terms of defence. Liverpool had more tackles. We ended up having more interceptions. Same amount of blocks. In terms of clearances, City made more clearances, more headed clearances. We ended up winning more aerial duels. Incredible. Incredibly close. 3 saves for Ederson to make 2 for Allison. Incredible, them stats. That is so close. Absolutely incredible. Now, in terms of Liverpool for this game, Virgil van Dijk, he was absolutely great at the back. Allison had a good game too, I thought. Liverpool, they were full of quality. They were just lacking a little bit up front. I thought that Firmino, not much involved in the game. Mo Salah, we managed to keep him quiet, and he didn't really look like he was interested in the game, in my opinion. And Lovren, I think the less said about Lovren in this game, the better. For Manchester City, man of the match has to go to Fernandinho. He was absolutely brilliant. Once again, another man of the match for him. He was just absolutely everywhere. Danilo, though, had a brilliant game. Excellent use of substitutes. Otamendi did well when coming on. Kompany done well for the whole game. Walker did well when coming on. Sterling, Sane, Aguero, Bernardo Silva all deserve shout-outs. Bernardo Silva ended up running the most a player has ran in a Premier League game this season. 13.7 kilometres, breaking the record of 13.65 kilometres that Bernardo Silva set at Wembley against Tottenham. He just loves running. It was absolutely brilliant. But A big shout out to the crowd and fans. Atmosphere absolutely top at the Etihad yesterday, and you feel like this could be a momentum changer. You felt like in 2012 when Kompany got that goal against Man United, it changed the momentum. I feel like this could be, even though it's early on, could be crucial come the end of the season. We've changed the momentum. I had chilled. Could this be it? Could we finally push Liverpool all the way? We need Liverpool to slip up. It's still in their hands. They're going to be happy at being 4 points clear. They'd take that if you offered them this situation that was in at the beginning of the season, but no unbeaten season for Liverpool. And Manchester City, I'm hoping, will be able to push Liverpool all the way. And if Liverpool are going to win the trophy, I want to make them earn that trophy rather than just handing them by getting bad results later on into the season. So there we go. That's been the analysis. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell and put your push notifications on. My social media links, they're in the description below. Don't forget to go and check them out, my Twitter and Instagram if you want to go and follow me on there. But that's been the video. Bring on Rotherham's, what I say. FA Cup Sunday. We've got them third round, see if we can get into another competition. 4 trophies still on the line for Manchester City at this moment in time. So there we go, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all again next time. Woo! Peace. Ciao for now.